Okay, so this is a silly topic, but it's unbelievable how many times people ask this. When using candles in for spell work, whatever it is, if you're a part of a tradition that says green is for money, or this color is for that, and you want to use that, by all means use the color codes that they give you. So if they're saying that you use, for the element of water, you use blue candle, use a blue candle. If they say that for Venus you use a green candle, use a green candle. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. All that matters is that you're comfortable and confident that that is the colour that you should be using. Now, when we help people, beginners particularly, make spells and that involve candles, we never tell them what candle colour to use. We just give them a box of candles and say, you know what the spell's doing, you know what we're building here, pick a colour that you think is symbolic of that. Okay, so in my practice, I may use specific colours for specific purposes, just because after a while that's what happens. I have my ideas of what colours are suitable for what, certain different types of spell work or certain different rituals. Yes, okay, there may be some colours which you'd think no one's ever going to choose that for that purpose, If they want to, they want to. I don't get into the habit of telling people that they can or can't use specific colours. Some people some people do. Some people, particularly on social media and stuff, they get really, really funny if you use if you don't use a pink candle for something love related, or if you use a black candle at all, or if it's bullshit at the end of the day. All that matters is your intention. When doing spell work, you need as much you need to be as comfortable with the spell as possible at the end of the day. If it's one that you're designing, I mean, come on. You should always be picking something that feels right to you. You shouldn't be saying, well, the book says this. Not that I'm a fan of spell books anyway, because I'm really not. I think that they're all trash. I would never buy a spell book, and I'd never do a spell out of a spell book, because it should come from you. This whole candle thing, just pick a candle that you think, pick the one you think is right. Pick the one you resonate with. There's so many endless amounts of candles. What type of candle are you having? A beeswax candle? Or are you going to have some sort of cheaper wax? It doesn't matter. Are you going to go to, as a Walmart, Target, a supermarket, to get a candle? Get it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to spend a lot of money if you don't want to. At the same time, if you want to use a white candle for everything, then just use a white candle for everything. If you want to carve designs into your candle, do that. If you want to add herbs to your candle, do that. Now, we have a lot of different candles because we're a store at the end of the day. So we're going to have a lot of different varieties. We're used to using speaking to lots of different clients. Some people use figurine candles, some people use pillar candles, some people use tiny little candles in a jar. We try to cater for as many people as possible, but in your own personal work, all that matters is that you can afford what you're using. And if you can't afford a candle, then don't use a candle. And be that you're comfortable with whatever it is that you're using. I mean, candle magic, generally speaking, I mean, it's you can use candles for lots of things. You can charge the candle and then burn it, and then that releases the energy that you've put into it. Or you can just have it literally because you need some light. I mean, if you're out in the wilderness doing something it does feel a little bit better to be using candles and candlelight than just head torches and that. I know they can be a little bit more practical, but you know, if you're just using light, it doesn't really matter. Maybe you've got a grimoire or something that says you need to use a black candle, you need to use this. Well, if you want to follow the rules to the letter, that's fine. One thing that I'd say is it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable when people say I'm doing it this way because the book told me, and they can't tell you why the book says that. They can't tell you what benefit this colour over this colour will have. If they can't tell you that, then they're kind of missing the point. They haven't really learned, you know, they're just following a recipe. I mean, think of chefs, think of people that make amazing meals. They may have a basic recipe that they were given or found in the book, but they tend to tweak it. And this is no different. You're just adding or subtracting different ingredients. You're picking this colour over this colour. None of it matters, honestly. So just select candles that you like and you feel that work.